Hello friends, welcome once again to Mobile Mechanic. So today we have to repair a Samsung J5. The problem with this phone is that it is not charging. The customer has been charging this phone with one such external battery charger, and that's quite irritating, you know. So come, let's repair. First thing to check in a phone that is not charging is whether we have voltages at the battery connector. So for this we will set our multimeter to 20 volts DC voltage. When we connect a charger to the phone, we should get 3.7 to 4.2 volts at the battery connector. This voltage range is ideal for a phone to charge. The metal plates you see on SIM card trays and memory card trays are all ground, so you can place the black probe wherever you want on those metal trays. And the positive point is where the battery positive points connects to the phone. So we do have some voltage, that is 0.5 to 0.6, and it is continuously dropping. So the problem could be anything: charging socket, charging line, or even the charging IC. So let's go ahead and open up this phone. It is also very interesting to learn how to open up this J series phones. For all the J series phones, this is the same way. First we will unscrew all the screws, the first step to open up any phone. And in this phone, there is also a little bit of adhesive in between the mid-frame cover and the LCD combo. So we will apply a little heat on the corners of this LCD combo to loosen up that adhesive. Set your hot air gun to a mild temperature and heat this combo only that much which is just too hot for you to touch. And then flip the phone over and find the side that is a bit thinner than the other side, never from the broader side. Try to cut through the adhesive with your pry tool, and then you will see that there is an inner frame in this phone to which the LCD combo is glued up. You have to lift up the combo from that inner frame, not the touch plate, or else you will break this touch plate. Insert your pry tool completely through the mid frame and then lift up this combo from the inner mid frame. And then slowly cut through the glue and lift up the entire mid frame cover. This is the headphone jack connector. Lift this up. This is the display and touch connector. Lift this also up. This is the front camera connection. Just beside the rear camera, there is a screw that is holding this motherboard down. Unscrew that screw. And now we can lift up this motherboard. These heat plates are bent. It means that this phone has been opened up earlier. I think it went to some other repair person and then it has come to us. Thank God it has come to us in a position where it is still working. Now first thing that we'll have to check is whether the charging socket is working properly. The black probe on the ground and the red probe on the positive output of the charging socket. Okay, so this charging socket is completely perfect. It is delivering complete 5 voltages that we need to charge this phone. But there are no voltages at the battery connector, so the problem is in between the line or the charging IC. So the first thing that we need to do is to find the V charge point in this phone. There should be a golden dot in which we will see written V charge. That V charge point stands for voltage of charger. I can't see any golden dots on this side. Let's lift up this heat shields and then try to find out that golden point. No, it's bad luck. There are no golden points given on this motherboard. So now we will have to work up on the components of this motherboard. There is a small capacitor that I am going to show you now. It is the point to which the raw voltages from the charger should reach. We will check if that capacitor is receiving those voltages. This capacitor here. This point of the capacitor should receive 5 raw voltages from the charger for this phone to charge. And then the processed voltage from the diode and the regulator IC are received here at this capacitor. So the first thing that we will try to do is we will jump the 5 voltages from the charging socket onto this capacitor and see if we can solve this problem. If we are unable to, in that case we will use a Zener diode. So this is our jumper wire. We will make the connection from the positive output of the socket to the capacitor, which should receive the raw power. With a little bit of practice, you all can master the skill of micro soldering. So with the help of this jumper wire, we will jump those 5 voltages from the charging socket to the capacitor, where those 5 volts of power need to reach. Take this point of this capacitor as the V-charge point on this board. Okay, so now our jumper wire is successfully transferring those 5 volts to this point. Now let's check whether this motherboard is processing the voltages. Yes, it is. And it is processing them very well. 4.2 is the ideal voltage and we are receiving 4.27 to 4.28. It means the charging IC of this phone is completely okay and the line from the charging socket to that capacitor is somewhere broken. We are also receiving the BSI voltages, battery status indicator. Our job is done, but we also need to assemble this phone. Let's clean up the extra soldering flux with help of the IP cleaner. Cleaning that flux is very important, do remember that. There are no metal parts on this mid-frame at this point, so our jumper wire won't face any shorting issues. So we can make the motherboard sit as it was earlier, no modifications to be made. Oops, sorry, I forgot to mount back the rear camera. Now it is okay. Fix in the audio jack connector and then the display and the touch connector. At last, fix in the front camera. Now put in the screw that holds the motherboard to the mid-frame. Now let's connect the charger and hope for the best. There it is. This phone is now charging as it should. If you are wondering about this gap, this place is taken by the loudspeaker. To mount back the mid-frame cover, place the bottom side of the phone first, so the audio jack won't be an obstacle. It's okay if we don't glue it up back again. The screws will hold this mid-frame and the mid-frame cover into the position. Now before putting in the screws, let's check the voltage for one last time. both the charging and the BSI voltages are coming up perfectly. So now we can be sure that this phone is charging. Let's keep the charger plugged in till we put in all the screws, and let's hope the battery charges up to 60%. Okay, let's give it a little more time to notch it up to 60. And as usual, I expect a big like from you, and also to subscribe the channel if you haven't yet. So till we meet again guys, stay strong, keep fighting, never give up, and don't go yet. We will wait for the 60% mark and then we will end this video. There it is. So see you again, same place. Goodbye, take care.